What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jimbo. I'm going to be your host today and every day here on the Auto Detailing Podcast YouTube channel. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about two ceramic spray kind of maintenance products. One is very well known and comes with a premium price tag. The other one is very less well known and comes with a price tag that reflects a very unknown product, but that doesn't mean that it performs any less than the premium product. Two products am I talking about? Well, of course, the first one is going to be Carpro Reload, and this bottle right here, I've done a demo on it, is going to set you back about $35 on Amazon, at least at the time of this recording, 35 bucks right there. And this bottle contains 5% SiO2 according to the label. Comes with a really snazzy label that has all the warnings that will make you never want to detail a car ever again, which I think is very true with all these products, which is why I recommend gloves and all that. So Carpro Reload, a very premium brand, a very well-known and well-respected brand. The flip side, or the cheaper side, we have this right here, and this is in the gallon. As you can see, I've gone through about half a gallon of it. This is the Technician's Choice. Not sure why I have such a problem with that name. This is their ceramic detail spray. This whole gallon can be found for $25 and is heavily dilutable. So is Reload. You can actually dilute Reload and it works a little bit better. But at 25 bucks for that whole gallon, it makes it an extremely cost-effective maintenance ceramic spray. Of course, you're going to have to find your own spray bottle with sprayer and all that, but it's incredibly durable, and for the price makes it an extremely effective ceramic detail spray, and that's in fact how I like to do it. I like to cut it a little bit with water and it works extremely well. So what we're going to do is, of course, apply it to the panel. Maybe I'll show you some differences with the application to get the most out of it, and then we're going to let it cure for 24 hours. And now that I have this space and a couple different panels I can work with, I can do that and kind of be efficient and effective with my time, with cure times. And then of course we're going to put it through the torture test. So let's get into the application and then the torture test. So for the application, I wanted to show you, to prep this panel from any other test that I've done, I compounded it with M110, and then I used this is Adam's prep spray, part of their ceramic line. You can kind of tell by the labeling. And so on the, I used that, seemed to work very nice, kind of smells just like alcohol, if you ask me, but it is purple alcohol, which is kind of cool. So on the left side of the screen, I'm going to use the ceramic detail spray. I had to put it in my own bottle, and I actually prefer this stuff diluted down, but I'm going to put a nice heavy coat over on that side. That's a lot for that half panel, and then I'm going to rub it in. But if you talk about making a surface, man, sometimes I really have trouble talking. If you talk about making a surface very smooth and very clean feeling, and smoothness is kind of your jam, there's not very many products that make a surface as smooth as this Technician's Choice. Now there are a few that obviously make it more, but not that much. So, and the application is very straightforward, as I think we're going to see with the Reload as well. Just spray on, spray off. So on the left side, or sorry, the right side, I think I said the right side. So on the left side of your screen is the ceramic detail spray. I see a little holiday there. And then on that right side, I'm going to put Reload. Neither one of these products leave a high spot, so a high spot is definitely not something that you have to worry about. I'm going to give the product a good shake and then saturate that side of the panel very well. I'm going to have to go back over that side, or sorry, the control panel with the Adam spray. I think I got a little bit of both on there. So the Reload is a little bit thicker, but again, is going to, at least the user experience is going to be a little bit better if you dilute it down a little bit, which is also going to save a little bit on your wallet as well. So again, I wanted to show you the application process. Reload also makes the panel slick, just not as slick as the Technician's Choice. I got some overspray on the control panel, so I'm going to wipe that again with the Adam Surface Spray. and then we will let this cure for 24 hours, take it through the torture test. The torture test now, these products have cured so long on the panel, I almost forgot what they even were, what my abbreviations were, but we have Technician's Choice on the left and Reload on the right. And I'm being totally serious, I almost forgot what it was. So here we go, these have cured for a long time. And we have identical water beading there. We have, of course, our sheeting in the middle. That is our control section. We have Reload and Technician's Choice beading almost identical. So let's dry this and immediately start beating it up with product. So depending on what video I have coming out first, because I'm kind of doing these torture tests at the same time, trying to batch record some of this stuff to make my life a little bit easier. When we did kind of the 5 or 6 way ceramic coating test, what was I going to say? We saw how Chemical Guys sheeted water, and I'm going to keep talking while we spray the Eagle One triple cleaning foam. We saw the Chemical Guys hydrocharge sheeting water, you know, much faster, or we saw it sheeting water over beading water, and we saw how much better that was and how much less water that put on the panel. And I talked about how that's better. It was better to see that, because if we follow kind of the logic and we follow what other industry professionals talk about with you know, a lot of the scratching happening in the drying phase and these kind of making sure you're lubricating the drying process, you want less water on the surface, so you have to dry less, right? So actually water beading isn't the best. And another point is, how do you show that to your customer? Oh, your car is going to bead water so good. I guess if they go through a rainstorm, that's cool. But other than that, how do you really prove it to your client that, like, hey, your car's got a bunch of water beading, that's great. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. All right, let's get this off the surface. So, as we've seen in most tests, that even though that Eagle One product, and I'm hoping that they change the label soon, even though that Eagle One product is a little bit more aggressive than iron removers, most of the products, most of these synthetic ceramic sprays that we've been dealing with are holding up to the challenge. So that's a good thing. That is a real good thing. So there we go, wet towel. Let's see how they're holding up. Virtually the same. I would say that maybe I would say by a hair the Reload is holding up or beading water a little bit better, but really by a hair, and that could change depending upon how you have the water spraying out. So by a hair, I'm going to call it that the Reload is there after. Suggestions have come in again, it's kind of full circle again, of using a pH neutral soap to neutralize the surface versus the wet towel. Again, the problem is that it will clog pores, that there will be residue left over from the soap. And I've done that whole circle before. I've done the IPA, I've done the car wash soap, I've done O&R, and I keep coming back, and I'm going to keep talking as we spray the sealant killer, or the synthetic killer in Optimum Power Clean. That's why I keep going back to the wet towel method, because it seems like, I know there's minerals and there's crap in the water, but it's just the most neutral thing I can think of. You know, it's funny, there's a lot of things with, oh, O&R will be fine on the surface. No, O&R changed the water behavior, it changed the surface tension, it changed the behavior of the water. We have a way bigger reaction happening on the Technician's Choice side than the Reload side. Way different. Trying to pay attention here as we do this and as I jump on and off my soapbox. All right, let's rub it in. So that is why I keep going back to just the wet towel to neutralize the surface, or not to neutralize the surface, sorry, I misspoke there, to really remove the residue of the product off the surface. I've just stuck with the wet towel because it's just, everything else clogs the pores of the paint or changes the surface tension in it, and it disrupts what I'm trying to do, so it's not fair. So the wet towel, and that's why I try to give a really good rinse as well, and then hit it with the wet towel, because it seems like it's the only thing that actually works. So, and it is good to see that these products, though usually the water beading is the first thing to go, which we're seeing, is that when it goes to, it still at least goes to water sheeting. So though the water beading may go away, at least it still sheets water, and if it's sheeting water faster than our control section, I'm venturing to say that the product is still there. And luckily with both of these products, my go is going to be with the Technician's Choice on this particular one, because the price point is so much cheaper than the Reload, right? So much cheaper. You're going to get a whole gallon for less than a 16-ounce bottle of Reload, and it's a little bit easier to use. But we could see how much, see, at least it's sheeting water. So they're both gone to sheeting water. There's less water on the Technician's Choice side. I gotta work on that word, technician. There's less water on the Technician's Choice side, or just slow down, which is gonna tell me that it's protecting better, but at least they've both gone to sheeting, and they're both sheeting water much faster than the control section. So that's good. I gotta get my blower over here. You know what? I got my pet dryer over there. I don't know why I don't have that over here. So there we go. All right, let's go to, last video I used Super Clean. This video I'm gonna go to Purple Power, which is virtually the same thing. And let's see if this kills them. Either way, it's back in the booth for a compounding and alcohol wipes section for me. And hey, that reminds me of another video I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna lay down a wax sealant. I haven't really decided yet. And then part of the Adams kit I got, and a video suggestion that I had, is in paint prep products. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down a layer of wax, or probably more realistic, a synthetic sealant. I just haven't figured out what product yet. Probably going to be turtle wax, ice spray wax, to be honest. But I haven't figured it out, and I'm open to suggestions for sure. But I'm gonna lay down a product, and then I'm gonna test paint prep stuff. So I have some Americana Global Stripper. Now I have Adams Paint Prep, part of their ceramic line with the really fancy nice labels. And then I'll probably just pick up some alcohol at CVS, and then kind of test paint preps to see if it's even worth buying a paint prep, to be honest. So all right, Purple Power. Did I do Purple Power? Yeah, Purple Power. See how they hold up. Do we have one sheeting faster than the other? Do they look the same? Actually, we've got to get off that residue, right? So let's do that. Because with the residue probably still on there a little bit, looks like the Technician's Choice was sheeting water a little bit faster, but not much. Leave a comment below what you think what product you think is kind of doing better. Love to hear your thoughts, feelings, emotions. On your way down, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And this will be the last of the Torture products for this test. But let's see where we are at. Hopefully, I'm hoping right now, hopeful, one shows differently. So let's see. So they're both sheeting water faster than the control section, which I think means that something is still on the surface protecting it, or else why wouldn't it be the same as the control section, right? But I will venture to say that the Technician's Choice is sheeting water slightly better. Let me know what you think in the comments below though. Right, so what did you think? Is it gonna be Reload or is it the ceramic detail spray? Now I will say that the ceramic detail spray is a little difficult to get a hold of. So when we talk about like the availability, when we talk about the availability of the product, that's a big factor. Even though price is mainly the biggest factor when it comes to products, the availability of a product is also something else to consider. So though the Reload comes in at more for a 16 ounce or 17-ounce bottle than this does for the whole gallon, this is, Reload's available on Prime or with Prime shipping, where the Technician's Choice, at least at the time of this recording, is not. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, what you thought about this video, which product you think is better bang for the buck with all things considered. I hope you will choose to hit that subscribe button there. And I appreciate you. I will catch you guys on the next episode. See ya.